The Second Amendment, a sacred right. The Founding Fathers enshrined the Second Amendment in the U.S. Constitution. It is a fundamental right, as important as free speech and freedom of religion. This right guarantees all other rights. It ensures that citizens can protect themselves, their families, and their property. The Second Amendment is not about hunting. It's about liberty. It's about empowering individuals to defend themselves against tyranny, both foreign and domestic. History teaches us that disarmed citizens are vulnerable citizens. They are easy targets for criminals and oppressive governments. The right to bear arms is an absolute right of the people. Any restrictions on gun ownership must be carefully considered, limited in scope, and consistent with the Second Amendment's overarching purpose. We cannot allow fear and emotion to erode this fundamental right. We must remember the lessons of history. We must be wary of government overreach, and we must remain vigilant in safeguarding the Second Amendment for ourselves and for generations to come. The price of liberty is eternal vigilance. Gun control, missing the target. Gun control advocates argue that stricter laws will reduce crime. They point to tragic mass shootings and call for bans on certain types of firearms. But their arguments are based on emotion, not facts. Gun control laws do not work, neither do gun-free zone. Criminals, by definition, do not obey laws. They will always find ways to obtain weapons, regardless of the law. Strict gun laws only disarm law-abiding citizens, making them easy targets. Chicago, with some of the strictest gun laws in the nation, consistently ranks among the cities with the highest homicide rates. Moreover, the focus on banning certain types of firearms is misguided. Criminals don't care about cosmetic features or gun classifications. They care about obtaining weapons that serve their purpose, to intimidate, threaten, and harm. The reality is that gun control laws are ineffective at stopping criminals. They only infringe upon the rights of responsible gun owners. We need to address the root causes of crime, not punish law-abiding citizens. Criminals don't follow laws. That's what makes them criminals. Criminals, by their very nature, disregard the law. They are not deterred by gun-free zones or background checks. They operate outside the bounds of legal constraints. To believe that stricter gun laws will stop criminals is naive and dangerous. Imagine a world where only criminals have guns. Law-abiding citizens, stripped of their right to self-defense, become sitting ducks. The balance of power shifts dramatically, leaving the innocent vulnerable and the guilty empowered. Gun control laws create a false sense of security. They lull people into believing that they are safer, when in reality, they are more vulnerable. Criminals prey on the weak and the unprepared. They seek out easy targets. Disarming law-abiding citizens does not prevent crime, it enables it. It empowers criminals and endangers the innocent. We must reject the fallacy that gun control equals safety. Section 4. Lawful owners, defenders, not threats. Responsible gun owners are not the problem. They are not the ones committing mass shootings or engaging in criminal activity. In fact, they are often the first line of defense against crime. They are the ones who deter criminals and protect their communities. Millions of Americans own guns legally and responsibly. They use them for self-defense, hunting, and sport shooting. They understand the importance of gun safety and storage. They are not a threat to public safety. When criminals encounter armed resistance, they are less likely to succeed in their crimes. They are more likely to flee, to be apprehended, or to be stopped before they can inflict harm. Lawful gun ownership saves lives. Instead of demonizing responsible gun owners, we should be thanking them. They are the silent guardians, the watchful protectors, who help keep our communities safe. They are an asset, not a liability. Section 5. Real-life heroes, stories of courage and deterrence. Countless stories highlight the bravery of lawful gun owners who have stopped crimes and saved lives. A woman alone at home heard someone trying to break in. The sound of her loading her firearm sent the intruder running. A shopkeeper used his firearm to defend himself during a robbery. His actions stopped the crime and saved lives. When seconds count, the police are often minutes away. These events happen daily across America. These stories show the importance of the Second Amendment in empowering self-defense. Section 6. Shall not be infringed. The clarity they choose to ignore. The Second Amendment is clear. A well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms, shall not be infringed. The language is not ambiguous. Yet, gun control advocates continue to chip away at this fundamental right. The right to bear arms is not a suggestion. It is an inherent right, enshrined in the Constitution, and it must be protected.